So as soon as the base gate's open, if you're gonna start, you'd start right up to the base gate. And then if your teammates are running, you'd start running up. If your teammates are walking, you start walking up. And then you're holding this line so that your teammates can use you till they have their smokes out, they have their like whatever flashes like dart out. And then you'd start walking up this way. And then you don't really wanna actually like fight really. So like once everyone's on your safe lane on your side, you just hold the widest angle, which is probably like here, until everyone's ready, then you can scale up. So the places you want to check is like tight right. Oh, sorry, I stepped that too wide. It's like tight right, but they're not really going to peek you there. So you don't really have to check that. Really, this is a dangerous spot, and then this is a dangerous spot. So rather than just like slicing the pie randomly, you really just want to hit this spot and this spot. And then the next spot you want to hit is like this side of the pyramid and then that side of the pyramid. So it's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. And then now you have here, you have watch out for stairs. And the stairs are going to be anywhere on this angle as well as fence. And that's when you come here. So what this really looks like in practice is going to be like this. You're going to come up. I actually expose myself. And this should have the Viper wall cutting across. So at this point, you can scale this way. Being ready for this. And then get ready to fight this guy because this is super common. And then if you've won pretty safely here, at this point, you start like looking to, or I probably should have used an eye in the entrance, but you start looking to like eye through here and then try to take all this space. And really you want to be able to hold orange here if you can get this far. And then here you don't really want to fight like this. You really just want to wait here and then have your teammates help you. And if your teammates start fighting someone, then you can swing out with them, whether it's this side or this side. So that's A-site scaling. If you wanted to scale mid, so you'd start right up at the base gate. The thing is that they can get from mid doors out here really fast, so you have to gun out the whole time. So you notice I'm pathing this way a bit, and then I'm only holding holding A to make sure I'm moving horizontally as fast as possible. So if you want to go loud, you can just do this. If you want to go quiet, you could scale like further up here before you start crossing like this more carefully. And then once you cross, if you want, you can try to fight this. It's like kind of dangerous, but like if you're Reyna, you can sort of do it. I'm not that confident in my aim, so I don't. But yeah, like you did before, once you get to here, you can't really do anything until this is smoked. Well, let's say it's smoked. We come across here. You don't pause. You just go as fast as you can. The most dangerous spots are like this area, usually, or this area. But yeah, you come here, come across here, come here. And then like, I guess I sort of cleared this box. You check this, check this. I guess at this point, if your team is doing a split hit, they'd already have that side. So I'd probably start scaling this way. Maybe start fighting here. This is a super common place for people to play. And then now you've made it to orange. And now you're at the same sort of situation as before. So that's mid to A. Let's see, halls side. Pushing halls is sort of dangerous, so usually just do it quiet. So yeah, you can be seen here. So if you want, you can do, actually, can you jump up this side without being exposed? I guess maybe. I don't think they can see you if you jump up this side. So if you really want to scale right side, then you go like that. Usually halls are either going to be dueling, and you just like look for a fight, or if you did scale right side, what's it called? You can knife walk once you get there. Here it's similar push, but notice I'm hugging the left side here because I know I have like this. I should have angle advantage here, right? Yeah, I have angle advantage, so I can go as slow as I want, press myself up against this wall. I don't even care if I'm bumping into it because I want to move slow here. Check this. So here, if I just immediately check my left, my gun might stick out. So you'll see me like slightly moving back to turn my gun, and then I do the same thing back to this wall, and then slowly come out here because they are at angle disadvantage here. So I do the same thing, don't care about hitting this wall, slowly clear that. Now come through, and now it's like this is all super dangerous. So I might actually clear this first and then open the door. I probably wouldn't knife out actually, but then I open the door, and then I might actually just ignore the door. Because like, think about it, if they hear the door opening, they all have to look this way and respect it. At this point, you could keep pushing a little bit and try to look for fights over here. This is pretty common, coming from nest, rotating from nest is pretty common. You could also theoretically just like fall back. Like you could open the door and then just fall back, and then they have to respect all the area. And if you did want to fight, sure, like while the door is coming down, you could eye. And like, this is, you don't really want to expose yourself by stepping all the way out here. Because if you think about it, this is like here, 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 here. There's like a lot of places. So you toss the eye. I assume depending, oh, I think I tossed it above that. Toss the eye. You probably check here. You might be able to see that. I can't tell. But orange is really dangerous, and stairs, bridge, this is crazy dangerous, this side. So you have to respect this side. Oops. B side scaling. For B side, usually your movement duels will be up front. You should be right up close to them. So I'm just gonna ignore elbow because I assume you're gonna be fast enough. If you guys are shift walking, you might not be, right? But you have to fight here. This corner, this angle is very common. This angle is hyper common. And then sometimes people play like pillar as well, but like they're not as common. All right, let's see it. Let me try to do this full speed. Let's see what it looks like. I think this is fine. You'd have your viper wall protecting you. That's about the speed I would do it. Should be pretty fast. If you're scaling onto site on the other side, like say you have a teammate going that side already, then you might go like this, and then scale up with the viper wall this way. And then like if someone comes through this viper wall, you might just have to turn and fight. Once you get to like about here on this viper wall, you probably want to watch this way in case they come through, and then hold from this side of it. And then if you're scaling site, you'd probably just watch for these jump ups or hold this and then come up and then try to play around here. And then similarly, you really just want to make it here because you don't have cover until you get there. So same sort of pathing or resulting pathing. I've got an elbow, so right off gate. Personally, I silent B hop, but you don't have to. And you come to here, fight this first corner. It's possible to be out wide, but it's less likely. And then usually people scale along this wall to like decrease the chances that they get fought. And then you have to be super careful here. And if you make it to here, so this part, like you really can't cross this area. It's like so dangerous unless you have like some sort of smoke or something. But once you get here, if you can make it here, like I would just try to get through here. And like, this is like super tough. And this is like really dangerous. And then usually from this side, I guess you'd want to make it to wall. If you do have a viper wall, you probably just want to get through the viper wall and help your teammates as fast as you can. If you don't have viper wall, you might actually want to take a little bit of arch. And then maybe like, I don't know, I've never actually done this before. I usually play controller, so it's like very dangerous to come this way. I guess you could do like this or something like that. And once you guys have sight, then you could worry about falling back or getting, honestly, this position is pretty safe. I'm trying to think of other safe positions and there's not that many. I mean, people also play here, which is pretty good if you're like Reyna or something. Because if you get a kill, then once you get the kill, you can float over to somewhere safer. Where most people can't play here that like get out of jail free. Let's see, defense. I might as well do B defense first. There's a ton of places to play on B defense. I would not scale out B main. If you do scale out B main, you probably need like 3 people, like someone holding window, maybe with an op even, or like smoking it. And if you smoke it, it's super obvious what you guys are doing. So it's like really hard to push this. The elbow is really easy to push, especially as Reyna. So if you're fast enough, you just start the round, you just go out, maybe knife walk to here like you did. Basically just do exactly what you did. And then like, I don't think it's possible to make it here. If it's later in the round, you can check that. And then here, doing pretty similar things to what you were doing. You can sort of check that, but most of the time you're like you did before, like at this point you have them. That one's really fast, push out. Nest side, I mean you could do this if it's early enough, could do this. You could play this side because you're Reyna, and this side might actually be safer for you because this is actually like a better thing to watch. Of course you'd be giving up elbow if you played this side as much because you can't really stand out here exposed to everything. But so if you have 2B and then you're like, let's say you have like a trip or something or a cam hall, so you don't have to, you're covering hall and nest maybe. If you're playing hall, I don't know, you just sort of fight this guy on this side, or if you want you can watch like this side scaling or something weird, but I think for the most part people just watch this side. For A, I forgot to close this door. For A, as Reyna you probably want to be playing closer up. Let's start with the door. So for the door, you can just start the round and just actually like fight here. It's like super dangerous, but you're Reyna. And then you could always try to fall back. You could flank out as well, which is also dangerous. Probably do that with 2 people. Here, I guess if you really wanted to do this, you might be able to do something like that and then fight. I don't know. There's probably some angle. You could also do it from like all the way back here, I think. There might also be an angle from here that you can try to fight at. Get a cheeky kill, but it's kind of dangerous. But you definitely need a ton of util if you want to push out the main here as well. I think that's it for pathing. Like I don't really, rotations. So when you're rotating, if you have to rotate, like through mid is like so scary because you have to like, or here I even missed one. You have to like clear like so many things. Like it's late in the round and they could still be at the bottom of the drop right here. Just so scary here, and they can jump up and flank you at any time. So I don't really like rotating through mid, unless you like really have a fast timing. Notice here I'm not stepping out wide enough for this guy to see me. So I'm here, and then right when I cross here, I check this. And this is all scary, because I'm not sure about that. It's like the worst. And here I'm exposed there the whole time. It's really tough to rotate through mid. Oftentimes it might just be safer to flank, honestly. Because if you're flanking, there's like fewer, I think, possible places they can be. I guess the really dangerous thing is if they're up in hall. Because like hall's always really dangerous for like a lay lurk. Alright, that's about it.